Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Snazzle Pants YouTube channel with your host Nick. I'm chilling today, and I'm starting a new series called Story Time. It's gonna be a fun series. I'm gonna try to post one maybe once every 1 week, maybe every 2 weeks. I don't know. Keep things fresh. We'll have a good time. But basically, Story Time is me chilling, either playing Counter Strike, either playing Borderlands, Call of Duty, anything, and just relaxing and telling some stories. And this story actually came about because I was on a surf server the other day and some kid asked me what, one of my crazy stories was. And I'm not going to tell you what it is right now because I want you to be surprised. But what happened was I was telling the story and everyone told me I should make a YouTube video about it. So here I am doing that now. What? Here I am doing that now. Sorry, I got stuck on that wall. But without any further ado, this is the story of the first time I had anal sex. And the story begins at I was gonna throw a party. I was talking to this girl like for I'd say a week and a half, 2 weeks, but I've known her at that point for 2 years, 2.5 years, and we were hanging out. The week before, like 2 weeks prior to the party, she asked me to take her virginity, and I did that. Things were cool, and then she continued fucking with me for then on. And I was through this party, and I had her, a couple of her girlfriends, a bunch of my friends. We're all hanging out, having a good time, and everybody was getting fucked up. I actually stayed sober that day because it's my house. I got to supervise. I don't want anything crazy to go on, and everybody outside after the beginning of the party, we greeted everybody. Actually, my this girl's friend came with fucking 60 beers. Just for the free, and she's like, "Yeah, here's 60 beers. Let's have a good time." And I was like, "All right, you're pretty cool." And that girl, what was her name? I can't fucking remember. Her name was Leah, actually. Now I remember. Her name was Leah. And she came in, and at one point, I was talking to her. She was sitting on my recliner. I hopped on her lap, and I was like, "Hey, blah blah blah. It was really really nice meeting you. Thank you for bringing the beer, blah blah blah." And she just immediately started hooking up with me, but she was really fucked up. So I knew that was why. So me and her, we had that fucking 10-minute hookup section. Went in my room, and then she started hooking up with my buddy Tyler. And me and Anna, as everybody was playing Spin the Bottle at this point, Anna looked at me and she was like, "Hey, do you want to go in your room?" And I was like, "All right, I know what that means." And she already bought three. She bought condoms and brought them to me. And she's like, "All right, this is the plan." And I was like, "All right, sounds like a good plan to me." And we went to my room, got undressed, did our thing, did that zippity zap boo bop. And basically, we were having sex, and I put the condom on, we got onto that, and it wasn't anything special at that point, but this girl was a fucking screamer. She was one of those girls. She's not quiet. She's not just a normal moaner. This bitch screamed. But and fucking at that point, we were just having a good time. She was fucked up. We were having a good time. She was happy as shit. Um, and then one of the condoms broke. Not the point where I was gonna nut condom broke, but the condom broke midway through, and I put a new one on. But she lost the third one, so the second condom ended up breaking again. And I guess she got those fucking, I don't even know. She got the fucking condoms from the dollar store or some shit because they were fucking, apparently they're garbage because they rip. Hefty, hefty, hefty. That's what you need for fucking condoms. But yeah, I was talking to her. Second condom broke, and as we continued going without a condom for a little while, and we were talking, and she's like, we were having a good time, just talking and shit, and we stopped because my buddy Zach knocked on the door, and I was fucking ass naked, bare naked. I had to fucking go throw a pair of gym shorts on, went out, talked to him, and I was like, "Yo, dude, what's up? Why are you knocking on the door? You know what I'm doing." And he just kind of looked me dead in my eyes, didn't say a single word, turned around and left my fucking room like nothing happened. And I was like, "What?" So I went back to doing the do. I got into the foreplay for the second time because we kind of had to stop and I had to talk to this fuckwit. So I was talking to him, left, talked to her, and another knock on the door, and I was like, "Oh, god damn it!" And again, had to get up, throw fucking my blanket over Anna so nobody fucking saw her. And my friend Michelle, she came in my room and she's like, "Hey Nick," I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? Chilling. You guys having fun? Everything good? Do you guys need fucking ice, water? What do you want?" And then she just kind of looked at me, and she told me that she was gonna say hi to me from now on in a really weird manner. And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She just grabbed my dick and she's like, "That's how we're saying hi from now on." And I'm like, "All right, that's pretty weird. Get out of my room." Like, it was nothing like crazy because I knew she was fucked up, and I was like, all right, just get out of my room. Like, let me continue doing what I was doing. And as soon as me and Anna got back to doing the do, she's like, listen, we don't have another condom. I want you to fuck me in the ass. Just like that, like word for it, I want you to fuck me in the ass. And I was like, okay. If you're down with it, I'm down with it. I hope you know it's gonna hurt. Like, I kind of like, obviously, if you've known anything ever about sex, it's gonna hurt. The first time, it's gonna hurt. But I was like, I hope you know it's gonna hurt, blah blah. She's like, yeah, I don't care. I just want to experience it. I want to know how it feels. And I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. So we do it, and I got another knock on my door. Except this time, I got fucking pizza. One of her friends, like one of her girlfriends, is she's from Russia, but she kind of looks like a fucking man, like dead ass. She looks like a Russian dude. And her brother is like a big Russian kid, and we nicknamed him Bear because I'll get into another story one day of why we nicknamed him Bear. If you want to hear that story, just leave a like. But we were talking, and that kid came and knocked on my door, and I was like, yo, dude, and like he was straight because like I was cool with him, he was cool with me, and he knew I was fucking her. And he walked up and he's like, yo, dude, I got you a surprise. I'm like, what do you mean I got you? Well, in his Russian accent, he's like, I got you a surprise. And I was like, what do you mean you got me a surprise? And he just hands me a fucking box of pizza and a bottle of soda. And I was like, yo, you're the fucking realist. So after that, I, went down on her, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Nah. Nah, but we were get down to business. And, as we're, finishing up, she's like, Nick. I'm like, yes. She's like, I want you to come in my ass. I was like, what? All right, if you want to. I'm like, are you sure about this? She's like, yeah, I want you to come last. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. And that happened. She was like, whatever about it. She didn't really care. She thought it was amazing. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I can't really speak for her because like I was fucking having a good time. It was amazing to me, but she said it was amazing. So we continued that. We finished up, and then she was being a little slut at the end of the party, trying to hook up with my fucking friends and shit. And I was like, all right, I had enough of this, and I just immediately kicked her out of my fucking house. Immediately kicked her out of my house. Say, yo, get the fuck out. You're gonna be a skank, outie. And then she left. I got my nut in. I was happy. And about a week later, after that, I tried talking to her because she just kind of went ghost. And I was like, hey, what happened? Like, you just gonna stop talking to me? And she sends me a kick message back, and she's like, hey, my mom went through all my kick messages. I can't talk to you anymore. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean to bring you into this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, whatever. And about a week after that, no, I'd say about 2 weeks after that, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do smoke tricks, and I do smoke tricks. I do. But I do smoke tricks, and I'm actually pretty decent at them, I would say. If you want, I'll link my fucking Instagram in the description so you guys can see. But I was doing smoke tricks at this my vape place I used to go to, and I was talking to obviously the owner, and I was chilling with him, and the kids that actually knew Anna that go to school with her, I met them at the carnival, like when I started talking to her again. But that's for another story. But I was talking to him, and basically what happened was he was like, oh, dude, what's going on, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, yo, dude, I heard some rumors about you. I'm like, what? And he's like, yo, is it true that you took Anna's virginity? And I was like, yeah, that happened. He's like, bro, I heard another rumor about you. I'm like, what's that other rumor? He's like, yo, is it true that you fucked her in the ass and then like came in her? And I'm like, yeah, that happened. She kind of wanted it. I was a junior at the time. Yeah, not a junior. I was a sophomore at the time. And one of the seniors that went to the school with them, they didn't even go to my school, but one of the seniors that went to school with them, he looked at me, he's like, bro, that was fucking you? And I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah. He's like, yeah, give me a fucking hug, bro. This kid, I never met this kid before in my life, and he's like, yeah, give me a hug. And I was like, all right, dude, I got you. But, yeah, actually, I haven't talked to that girl since, which is pretty fucking funny. Apparently, she's a coke whore now or some shit. I don't fucking know. But, guys, that was my story on my first time I ever had anal sex. And if you like the video, please leave a like. If you want more stories, just let me know. And as always, boys and girls, have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful night, and stay what? I don't even fucking know. Shitty outro. Have a good night, boys and girls.